Welcome to a new video on AlHuTV. Today I'm a bit boxed in between two lasers, which we're going to take a closer look at. On one side we have the F2 from xTool, and on the other side, of course, also from xTool, the F2 Ultra. Yes, as you can already see in the first comparison, there is a bit of a size difference. Yes, this one is more for hobby use, while this one is more for series production or industrial use. So definitely beyond just a hobby, heading towards business. Yeah, pretty cool, but as I said, it's also a bit bigger and has more potential. I want to introduce these two to you in more detail, and you'll see that in my video. Some of you may have already seen the video. I've already introduced the xTool F2 to you before. The whole thing is, of course, super handy, really ideal for hobby use. You can take it with you and set it up wherever you want. It also comes with an exhaust system, of course. So wherever you are, you can quickly set up this laser. This one here is a bit heavier. It's not really meant for quick on-the-go use, but rather for situations where you actually want to produce in series. We also have a conveyor belt here, a production line so we can manufacture in series, basically a conveyor system. And I've tested that as well. Don't worry, it's just that space-wise, things were a bit limited here, but we'll see the pictures in a moment showing how I used the whole setup for series production. Just a quick note in advance, yes. So xTool, the software, I created everything here using xTool's own software, the xTool Studio. I didn't use Lightburn or anything like that for this, but actually the in-house software, and everything works wonderfully. So just a quick note. If you're wondering whether you should get Lightburn, which costs extra, or use the xTool software, I can tell you right away, the xTool software works just as well. Alright, and now I'd say let's get started right away. So first we're going to compare the two lasers with each other. What are the differences? I'll quickly show you a picture where you can see both of them side by side, which makes the differences very clear. Of course, the F2 has a working area of 115 by 115 millimeters, while the F2 Ultra goes beyond that. With the F2 Ultra, we're looking at 220 by 220 millimeters. Here too, the lasers are clearly different from each other. The F2 Ultra, for example, is equipped with a 60-watt MOPA laser, which is suitable for metals and also for colored marking. And we have the 40-watt diode laser if we want to engrave or cut wood and similar materials here. Both options are possible. Yes, and of course we have different speeds that we can use here. Here we have 15,000 millimeters per second for the Ultra, and for the F2, 2,500 millimeters per second. Yes, those are basically the main key data you can work with for now. The cameras also differ between the two models. With the F2 Ultra, we actually have two cameras, which are necessary along with some AI so that we can operate the conveyor belt and handle serial production here. Of course, there's a bit more technology involved, but it works wonderfully. We'll see that in a moment. First of all, I want to show you a video here in which I simply want to demonstrate the speed differences between the two for you. As I said here, we're producing on the xTool, on the F2 at 2,500 millimeters per second, and on the Ultra at 15,000 millimeters per second. So there's a certain speed difference that's just obvious, yes. We also want to clearly distinguish here between hobby use and, of course, a certain level of series production or business, or especially in mass production, where we simply need a bit more speed and sometimes more power as well. Yes, that's one thing that's really interesting, of course. Yes, a bit about the speed. Of course, it's not the decisive factor at first. We will see some very clear differences here again. I've also shown you the whole thing here on the metal. I have to say, I don't think it's all that spectacular. I think you could see it very well in the video. Where it gets a bit more interesting, that's what I'd like to show you next. This is basically what happens when we work with the 60-watt MOPA laser and already start filling in this head with color. That's pretty cool too. Of course, these color engravings are fun, I have to say, but they also require a certain amount of creativity. You can take a look at it. This is what it looks like. This was my test plate. I tried out a lot of things. You can also see here that I tested different intensities just to see how the color changes. Here basically is the head again shown here, which I lasered. And you can clearly see the color patterns. Of course, you could color the whole thing a bit differently, but overall this is how it looks. So it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, those are the main differences for now. Now, I'd say I want to show you the conveyor belt, because that's where things get interesting. For example, if we want to produce certain things here in a series, and I'd like to start here with these signs. Do you know these? You can basically use them as business cards here. I also tried making them double-sided. So in the end, you can run several pieces through here. You can see it very nicely in the video as well with the conveyor belt, how the whole process works. So the camera detects the position of the cards here, and then they get labeled. In my case, I only represented the whole thing symbolically. Of course, you can display business cards and the like, just as well as, for example, this helmet that I have shown here symbolically. Yes, I'll deliberately show it to you here under the camera. Why? Because here, in terms of positioning, everything is exactly the same everywhere. That's what makes the difference in the end. This positional accuracy despite using the camera. That's why I'm deliberately showing it to you again under the camera, because we want to make sure here that if we want to produce something like this in series, then of course we want everything to look identical. I can't just make 20 business cards and have all 20 look different. The camera here, it works. It recognizes these little sheets I have here in black perfectly. They come in different colors, and then they are also perfectly laser engraved here. So this also works wonderfully. So we can see the differences here. Today, of course, since I've already introduced the xTool F2, the focus is deliberately more on the F2 Ultra, where I'm simply showing where the significant price difference lies. That's clear. Yes, and above all, where is the added value in the whole hobby sector, business sector, production series, manufacturing? Yes, there's definitely a bit more there. Yes, and then I also made another slate piece here on the conveyor belt. I'll show you that as well. Here it's the case that in the end I can use the entire conveyor belt over this, well, the size that the platform provides here with 220 by 220, much more extensively thanks to the conveyor belt. In this case, as I said, with the plate that moves in here under the laser and then gets engraved here. Yes, that looks wonderful. As you can see, I didn't make it look particularly spectacular or anything. He would have done it just the same. I just represented it symbolically here to show how the whole thing works with the conveyor belt. It looks absolutely perfect here. We can also see the edge here. You should pay attention to how straight everything is here on the conveyor belt. And it's not like even down here that it somehow fit crookedly onto the surface. Instead, the camera actually detected it perfectly, and so it's exactly as it should be here. So these are just the kinds of things I'm talking about. Of course, there's a significant price difference, and you can clearly see that difference in the manufacturing as well. We can see that beautifully. It really reflects that one-to-one. We have more technology built in here, which also works wonderfully with the conveyor belt. Above all, though, we also have more power. As I said, color engravings are another thing to consider. Yeah, that's pretty cool and really well done, the whole thing. I hope that I was able to give you a bit of an idea about these two lasers here. Like I said, both of them look visually appealing and above all, high quality. I have to say, in terms of use, everything is extremely well made and they also look cool. That has to be said as well. And apart from that, we really have everything here that is truly needed for serial production. Yeah, as I said, I would have liked to show you the conveyor belt here, but it's so huge that I would have had to move the F2 out of the way. It's simply a significant enlargement of the area we can use here for certain things. The great thing is that the conveyor belt here is also plug and play. So it doesn't require any kind of complicated integration here. You just connect it and the conveyor belt is automatically recognized by the software. This also speaks for the in-house software from xTool, which of course handles this perfectly. Yeah, I hope I was able to give you a little impression of these two lasers. I just want to emphasize that again briefly. Yeah, I don't want to talk badly about anyone now. The small laser is really super precise and perfectly suited for hobby use. I was totally satisfied with using the F2. It really worked very, very precisely here, very cleanly, yes. The exhaust filtration was also optimal here. Of course, it's the same here as well. Also worked very precisely here, though with a different intended use. So in terms of quality, both are very high-end. That needs to be said again. Here is for hobby use. I'm just repeating it again. Here it's more for business use. Yeah, and I hope that with these few case examples, I was able to make that clear to you again. I'm not going to go into detail about this again. Yeah, you saw it. Maybe I'll just show it again. The review of the xTool F2. There you can clearly see the results that I delivered and showed you here. Here too, the results speak for themselves. I was also able to show them to you visually in the video above all. And as I said, the focus here is a bit different, but everything is processed perfectly. And yeah, the engravings here also clearly speak for themselves. I hope I was able to give you some insight into that. It's really a very interesting comparison. Above all, yes, this F2 Ultra really is, well, an absolute powerhouse, as I said, with 60 watts MOPA and especially since we also have the 40-watt diode laser, you can do quite a lot with those as well. So that's it from my side. I hope I was able to answer everything for you. Maybe some of you still have questions. Feel free to leave a comment. Of course, you'll also find everything again down in the description. It's all linked there. You can read through both models there again if you like. As I said, they are, of course, two different areas of application, but nonetheless, in the description, you'll find each one listed again. Take another look at the data at your leisure, and I hope I was able to give you a bit of insight here and show you a little more clearly where the big difference between the two models lies. And of course, you can also subscribe to the channel. A like would be super cool, and see you next time on AlHuTV.